They're like, yo, if these niggas get streets, roads, power,
they won't want to come
24-hour power,
Electricity,
they're not going to want to
water.
leave their country. They're going to want to build their country. They're going to create businesses that would compete with us. In fact, they might want to start drilling their own oil
and not give us some.
and not give us any. They might start digging up their own minerals. You dig what I'm saying to you? They might actually get to school, be able to study, learn about our bullshit, and then they might turn around and destroy us.
Yes.
This is why our roads are bad.
Yeah.
This is why nothing is getting done.
Yeah.
It's not the president's fault. What's up, everybody? It's your boy K Pizzle, aka Prince, aka yo. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm a changed man. But today we're gonna talk about these dusty ass African leaders. Not all of them. Some of them aren't dusty. A lot of them are. We're gonna talk about it. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's it again. But yeah, it's your boy Michelangelo, and we're back with Roots and Routes. And yeah, today is a really interesting topic. We're going to be talking about leadership on the country.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yo, did you get that? You see what happens when you're chatting shit?
Oh my God. Oh.
Beep. Yeah, man. Look, we're going to be talking about leadership on the continent, how us as young people can get more involved, be more proactive, and speak to the powers that be. And yeah, I'm excited about today's topic. I have a lot of opinions on this, and I myself as a young person want to do more, want to say more, want to be a part of like how my country is governed. And so yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Now listen,
nigga,
a lot of you guys
down.
keep thinking I'm bullying him. Wait, hold on. I'm not bullying him. I'm an OG. I might look young. I'm old. I'm old. So this is not bullying you're seeing. This is called correction. When my young man is deviating.
It's bullying.
When he's deviating, I need to correct him.
This is...
You know? So that's what that is.
Send help, guys.
But that's my homie, though. You feel me? So anyway, let's move on.
I don't like him very much, dude.
They can tell. They can tell.
But yeah. All right, guys. So, KP.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. So, leadership on the continent.
Leadership on the continent.
We've had...
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. We've had this, I feel like, turnaround in certain parts. What are you looking for?
I'm listening, bro.
Wait.
Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
I feel like we've had a real turnaround on, like, how certain parts of Africa have finally elected leaders to represent the needs of the people. I mean, for example, you've got Rwanda, you've got Niger, you've got the Sahel states, Burkina Faso. Okay.
This is me correcting him.
What did I say? What did I say that was wrong?
You said elected.
Okay, so yeah, military rule was...
So start that statement again and do the correction. It's called correction, y'all. He has to give you the proper information.
So, I mean, yeah, so the president in Rwanda was elected,
right.
And then the leaders in Burkina Faso, Niger, and what's the last one? Let me check. So
the
Burkina
president
Faso, and then
Mali.
Mali, yes. Those were military coups, right? But then the leaders there, obviously, across the board, all those leaders I've just mentioned seem to be representing the people's needs. What do you think about that?
What do I think about what?
What do you think about this turnaround of like leaders wanting, like they've stopped being scared of the West and they're taking back control of their countries and doing what the people really need from them?
Okay, this is what I'll say. On the surface,
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know enough.
Okay.
I don't know enough meaning this. Anything I say on this show is what I think.
Okay.
From my observation, you know, whatever thoughts come into my head, and just me, just through life experience, right? Yeah. I don't know enough. I don't know the people behind the scenes. I just know what I watch, some of the people I talk to, and some of the things I could just deduce, right? And just past experiences. I've been around some important people, some powerful people, and I just know how they move in some situations, and I just adopt that mindset or that process to what's happening, and I come up with my own theories. That's it, right? But this is what I do think about it. I do think on the surface, if it is what we are seeing, which is most of the time that's rarely the case, right?
Unfortunately. From history has thoughts as different.
Right.
You know?
Most of the time, what we see on TV or on media, social media, internet, whatever we see, typically that's not what it really is. Yeah. Right? They're feeding us what they want us.
The agenda.
Right. That's why they call it programs, because they're trying to program us. Right? So if it was how it looks, it's awesome. Yeah. But like I said, rarely is it that. Right? So we have Niger, Mali, Burkina
Faso. Yeah.
This is the AES.
Yeah. The Sahel.
The Allied Sahel states.
Yeah.
Right? What I think about it is this. It's great. Me personally, I feel like it needs to happen on every African nation. In every African country, it needs to happen. I don't know the specifics of what's going on behind the scenes, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. But I feel like it needs to happen across the board, everywhere.
Okay. And with that said, what do you think the role of the people, young people especially, what do you think is their role in making sure leaders are held accountable for their actions, especially on the continent of Africa, right? Like leaders seem to think, especially us as young people, they think, okay, these people don't know what they're talking about.
They don't.
You think so?
I know so.
Really? I mean, because someone like, let's take Burkina Faso, for instance. Traore is one of the youngest African leaders in power right now.
Shout out to you, Traore.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, on average, I don't know if I'm right on this, like Ghana has a pretty young population.
Mm-hmm. Like, the youngest, okay.
Talking about Ghana. Okay. Yeah. So so Traore obviously being, I think, 37 in his 30s.
Right.
Being a young man who has obviously taken his country from one end of the spectrum to the other in terms of being a country that is of its own values and is standing on its own as a strong
enough of this
country.
word salad, bro. What's the question?
What do you think is the role of young people to hold leaders accountable in African countries?
I always tell you.
You see the bullying? Guys,
I'm
you're seeing it, right?
I'm sorry,
send help.
But you asked the question, didn't you? All right, so check this out, right? So I always say common sense makes more sense. Okay. Right? So because we watch things on television or media, social media, whatever, and we can't verify a lot of these things, I think sometimes you have to apply common sense. Okay. Right? So I don't think the youth can really hold any leader accountable. Okay. We think we can. See, a lot of people think democracy actually exists. It doesn't. Okay. This is why I say it doesn't. I feel like most of the countries that are democracies are actually technocratic oligarchies. And
Could you explain that?
I'm going to explain it.
Yeah.
I got you. I actually said in I had an interesting conversation with another, I don't know, we haven't put it up yet. We had another interview where we had that conversation. But I'll say it again. A technocratic oligarchy is when a small group of people, which are the elites, the most powerful people in the society, who are typically called the oligarchs, rule through technocrats. Technocrats are your presidents, governors, mayors, district heads, prime ministers, so on and so forth. Typically, you set up the structure to make the people feel like they're part of the process of ruling them. Okay. You know what I'm saying to you? They're going to rule you anyway because they have more resources. Whether you like it or not, this is just the raw reality of life, right? He who has the gold has the power. He who has the guns have the power. So what happens when you have the gold and the guns? What is some youth going to tell me? Okay. Right? I could eliminate his whole generation, everyone after him, buy everyone off. What are you gonna do? You're gonna hold me accountable for what? That's our mistake. A lot of people feel like they could tell the powerful what to do. You can't. What needs to happen is the people in power need to start making the right decisions.
Okay.
But the issue here in Africa, just from my research, just from what I watch, is the people who have the gold and the guns are not us. So they're not going to create a structure or give us technocrats that are for us.
Yeah.
A lot of the question arises when they say, "Oh, well, when you were running for a president, you said this, and that." Yeah, of course he said it. So you guys could vote.
Vote for him.
Not that your vote actually even matters, my personal opinion, right? Because both candidates typically are given to you by the ruling elite, the oligarchs, the ones with the money.
Yeah.
They give you party A, party B.
And I think a good example of what you're talking about is Nigeria, right? You had Peter Obi and what's the sitting president right now? Tinubu, right? When it seemed like Peter Obi was going to win and like everything, all the lights went off in the electoral college or something like that. And then Tinubu came out.
What did they do? Take some of the ballots when the lights went out?
Yeah, they like power went to some infrastructure where votes were meant to be counted and it just went left.
See what I'm saying? Whoever has the money.
So people,
You dig what I'm saying? So one thing I would say is this, right? We need to stop focusing on holding the government accountable. We need to start focusing on who's controlling the government, right? Mm-hmm. Every corporation has, not everyone, but they're supposed to, a board of directors, right? And then an executive body.
Yeah.
So if you want to think of it like this. The oligarchs are the board of directors. They created the company. Then they elect a body, an administration. This is why they call it an administration. The question we need to ask is, who is administering what, right? Or should I say, who is administering, on whose behalf are they administering?
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's what I should have said. On whose behalf are they administering?
Yeah. Who are the powers that be that
right, who's
pulling
behind
the
it?
strings?
Who's behind it? Because the CEO can't do whatever he wants. On the executive board, you have the CEO, CFO, all the executives, and so on and so forth. Those are your technocrats, right? The board of directors is the oligarchs. Yeah. They tell the technocrats what they want done. Then the technocrats figure out how to get it done. Okay. So if we're in Africa, not the ones behind the executive body, which is the president, vice president, so on and so forth, right? How can we expect the people behind them, if they are not us, right, to make them do things that'll benefit us? Okay. It don't make no sense. Right. So let me give you an example. So let's just say Ghana's technocrats, Ghana's administration. Let's say the British, I don't know, could be true, could be not true. But what I do know is most of the wealthy people in Ghana are not Ghanaians. And typically, the people who have the gold control the government. So if the most of the powerful people in Ghana are not Ghanaians, and Ghana is in this state, that means Ghana is in this state because they want it to be. It's simple mathematics. Because if they did not want it to be, it wouldn't. Yeah. Because a president can come and just do whatever he wants. Because there's a board of directors behind him telling him what to do. Yeah. So let's say I'm running for president, right? I might not know this. Yeah. Or I might know this. In fact, I might already been told I'm going to be the president. Yeah. Or maybe they just want to see what the people want. You do what I'm saying to you? So if the people say, oh, we want Mr. A.
Because you have to test the waters first and be like, oh, okay, what sweet song can I sing in their ears to get them to vote for me?
Right.
And then once I get into power.
Well, the sweet song is just to make them feel like they're part of the process. Yeah. Because they ultimately know what's going to happen. They know once they sit in that seat, right, And actually, Putin said this too. Putin told us this. We're gonna find that clip. I'm gonna find that clip for y'all.
Yeah, but could you
And
expand?
he used the American government.
Но вы там разберитесь, кто там старше, кто не старше, у кого есть какое слово, кто на что претендует. Мы готовы, мы открыты к сотрудничеству. Но все-таки у меня есть определенная доля. Понимаете, я уже общался и с одним президентом США, и с другим, и с третьим. Президенты приходят и уходят, а политика не меняется. Знаете почему? Потому что очень сильна власть бюрократии. Вот человека избрали, он приходит с одними идеями, к нему приходят люди с кейсами, хорошо одетые и в темных, как у меня, костюмах, но только не с красным галстуком, а с черным или с темно-синим. И начинают объяснять, как нужно делать. И все сразу меняется, понимаете? Это происходит от одной администрации к другой.
You might think you're voting for this man, but as soon as he's elected, that's when the guys in the shadows come out.
Because we even saw it with Trump's first election, when people thought the Russians had a hand in it, the Chinese had a hand in it to get him elected, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, even there, with a powerful country like the US, we still see influences from some of their enemies. So imagine Africa where systems and structures are just not in place.
Right.
So with everything you said, with all the knowledge you've amassed over the years, what is our hope? What do we do?
What do we do?
What do we do?
Like
Solutions. What do we do?
There's some solutions.
Yeah.
One, you cannot hold your government accountable. It's not possible.
Okay.
Because the decisions they're making is not up to them. Think about it. You don't think our leaders want to see us with nice roads and this place looking really dope and their kids going to nice schools? You think they're that evil and wicked? No, they can't. They can't, because there's people very powerful, more powerful than them, that gave them that job. And I'm saying this to you because I know certain people. You dig what I'm saying? There are some people that are behind the scenes that would tell them, you better not make that road. You know, why would you tell them not to make the road? Think about it. If the infrastructure is great, right, that means people will progress.
And there'll be a certain confidence.
Right.
Mentality
Right.
changes. I'm worth a certain, caliber of like opinion, of like lifestyle. And so you can't just come in and talk to me a certain type of way.
That's true.
The mentality changes. You become proud.
Right.
That's the word. You become proud of where you're from.
Right. And when that happens, new businesses come up that challenge old businesses. Competition.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say...
And before I forget, not even just that. We all know, if you're African, you've obviously heard the word brain drain.
Right.
If your infrastructure is great, your country is beautiful, is developed, your leaders are in place that are making sure your needs are met, why would you want to fly to America and go and build America? Go and work driving Uber, working at McDonald's for years? Instead of when you can be here, be a doctor here, be a nurse here. Even if you drive Uber and that's your passion, then drive Uber.
Right.
But you be driving it here.
Bingo.
You be a doctor here.
Bingo.
But then you build their infrastructure, you build their economy, and Africa stays the way it is. It doesn't suit them. So then we stay the way we are. So, yeah.
Exactly. Now, you hit it right on the nail. Now, the powers that be that control most African nations, right, are in the UN Security Council.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Those are the nations that have been picked, right, to really control.
And ECOWAS.
And what?
ECOWAS.
Really, yeah, I mean...
And I'll defend that later, but yeah, let's go.
I mean, ECOWAS is just a sub-branch, bro. Like, the African Union...
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like...
it's still...
There's the Council of Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission. Like, we could really get into this. Yeah. You feel me? But we're not going to. That's another thing. What I'm telling you is, just to keep it simple, there are people in power, right, that tell all these presidents what to do. I don't know, and I feel like personally, right, just personally, they're not always on the same team.
Sorry, explain that.
They're not always on the same team, meaning this. It's like, imagine powerful families, not just one powerful family.
It's like, 3, 4.
It's a couple. So maybe this one powerful family might want to do this, maybe the other one doesn't really want to do that. Yeah. I think that's when there might be some type of friction or some, unexpected event, right? Or maybe one wants to dominate the other by maybe showing some type of power. Because just really look at it, bro. Like, all this talk about world war, why haven't we gone to war yet? You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Like, there's too much that is going on right now. And I think no one wants to die, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to blow up everything they've created,
Of course.
right? Unless they're ready to, right? So in addressing your question with the solutions,
Yes.
what I think would have to happen, and I always say this, one, the diasporans need to come home. Why do the diasporans need to come home? Because the whole structure of Africa being in the state that it's in is to find the brightest minds, right? Brain drain, pull them out of the system, bring them into our world, let them work for us and develop where we're from. Yeah. Let's pick the best out of them.
And then when we don't need them, spit them out.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's take them away from the people.
Yeah.
One of the most important resources in this world, not diamonds and gold and oil.
Manpower.
What is it? It's human resources.
Human resources, yeah.
Let's take a look at the slave trade. The numbers vary. They say about 8 million slaves, 12 million slaves. We don't know the number. But at that time, to pull that many people off the continent, right? You stunted the growth.
Yeah.
You took out so much human resources.
And just not physical resources, like mentally as well, because they're taking men, they were taking young men, grown men, people's husbands.
Breaking down the society.
Breaking down the
too.
society, right. Both physically and mentally.
Right.
And people don't really, I was just saying, people don't really think about how incredibly damaging that can be over time.
I think most people don't even know.
Yeah, people don't know how damaging that can be over time, and we're still affected by it today. Yeah.
Right. So the solution I would have is, one, the diasporans need to come home.
Yeah.
That'll be the reverse, that we start reversing brain drain.
Yes.
I call it brain gain. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe I heard it somewhere.
You say brain gain?
Brain gain, that could mean something else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. But that's the one thing that needs to happen.
I'm tired.
Now you have a bunch of people, right, coming back with resources.
Yes.
With knowledge that can contribute to a society being built.
No.
Okay. Two, one thing that needs to happen is the young people, because you talk about young people you can't hold nobody accountable.
Okay.
But when the people are industrious,
yes,
right? When the people are
inventive,
proactive. When the people work together.
Yes, cooperation.
Right? Yes, the elites can put structures in place to disrupt them and things, but it makes it harder. It makes their job harder.
A divided Africa is a weak Africa.
Right. A divided anything is a weak anything.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying to you? So those are the two things, or you call it three things, that I think we could do to, to hold them accountable. To really change things.
Speaking of cooperation and all of that, in our last video, we talked about the whole Igbo King situation.
Right.
And I don't think people really understand. And I know it's very easy to kind of and we've seen this done multiple times, where they use one person, make that person the bad guy, and just build a narrative around them until it's like you've built up so much hate, xenophobia, just misinformation that is like you have two parties that shouldn't be fighting. Nigeria and Ghana are two of the greatest countries on the continent. And I went and did some more research and looked at other videos and did some research, and I'm seeing a lot of xenophobia, a lot of hate. And I know it's built up over time, but then I really feel like we shouldn't be distracted. I really somewhere in my body, I can feel like this is another distraction. Nigeria is one of the most powerful countries on the continent. It's just, unfortunately, there's been some bad governance. Certain mentalities towards doing certain things have been stagnant, but then it's like Nigeria is that guy on the continent. And I feel like this is another distraction. What do you think about that?
I agree.
I feel like this whole narrative of an Igbo king and trying to getting Nigeria and Ghana to fight, something isn't sitting right. Where did this guy come from?
You know what's funny? That's not about him. This video that we saw is from 2013. So who leaked this video, and what was the purpose? This was from 2013. That video is from 2013, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. If you looked, there's a trend of And I keep saying this, and maybe years later, maybe months later, I don't know, people start catching on to why I keep saying this. When living in the US, the one thing I noticed they do not want is the historical diaspora, which is the Black Americans, and the continental African. They do not want that connection. Let me say it like this, right? If I ran a store and all the people that work for me were from Togo, could my family go to Togo and start disrespecting Togo?
No.
What do you think is going to happen to my store? I mean, they're running my store for me.
There wouldn't be a store.
There wouldn't be a store, right? So imagine, right? Let's bring it to how it really is now.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a lot of Chinese people in your country, or there's a lot of business done with the Chinese.
Infrastructure,
built, roads, right? Can you really treat Chinese people super crazy in your country? Can't. Because it'll affect your relations with. So the West want a relationship with Africa that provides no consequences to them. If we connected with the continental blacks in North America, in Europe, they couldn't do the things they do here in Africa because they will feel the effects of it homeland, where they're from. If we're connected, we're united, we're working together, right? They couldn't just pull up on you and pull you out your car and dump 10 bullets in you. You dig what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
They can't just come down here and poison the waters and do galamsey and screw it up. The type of backlash that will happen in their countries would be unbearable. So they need to keep that separate. They need to look at us like we're Africans. And they need to look at them like, y'all are some niggas. And then they'll put each of us in a fucked up situation economically where we cannot grow. Yeah. It happens here on the continent. It happens over there in their home.
Because it's like if you keep the continent looking like it's just a mess,
they're not gonna want to come.
Black Americans will be like,
right. Look what's been happening though since around 2019.
Yeah.
There's
the boom of like people, the year of the
I'm
return.
Going to Ghana.
I'm going to Ghana.
I want to see Ghana.
And who are the three countries in the middle of that? Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria. South Africa had that thing with xenophobia.
Right.
Ghana has this thing with Nigeria where it's like they feel like every Nigerian is a scammer or bound to
division. See, now it's like...
And now there's this.
Right. So it's like everything that's happening now is not making West Africa look so appealing. Right?
Yeah.
So now not too many people want to come down.
Yeah.
The infrastructure is lacking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's happening now is that disconnect, that connection that was starting to happen, is starting to
pull it apart again.
Now, let me tell you something else that's even more crazier, right? This whole immigration thing. A lot of people think, this is my personal opinion, a lot of people think, the influx of all these migrants going into the U.S. was a bad thing for the U.S. No. It's a bigger game plan going on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going on. And I saw this years ago.
Okay.
And I only saw this years ago because I used to watch a lot of stuff and read a lot. I personally think that they are now about to turn the U.S. into a big open camp prison.
Okay.
Donald Trump,
You need to...
let me explain. Donald Trump built that wall, right?
Well, is it built?
It's built, but parts of it aren't finished, right?
Jesus.
When he started talking about, I'm going to build this wall, everybody was like, oh, God, no, he's racist, blah, 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 blah. Problem, reaction, solution. Okay, they stopped building it, right? Now, they let all these migrants in. Now what are they saying? Please, build a wall. Okay, we'll build a wall, since you guys want it now. People think the wall is being built to keep people from coming in. No. The wall that I believe is being built to keep you from going out for what's about to happen. check this out. Now they're building all these camps, right? To hold immigrants or migrants that are getting ready to be processed to leave.
Sent back.
Right.
Yeah.
They're also scooping up, supposedly, they're scooping up people who have legal status as well.
Yes.
Now, one thing about U.S. immigration is once they grab you, it takes a while to go through the court process to get out.
Is that ICE?
What do you think is, no, just the whole legal
Okay,
process,
okay,
right?
okay.
The immigration
Yeah.
system. Now, what do you think is gonna happen when millions of people, right, are in line to go through this process? What is it gonna do? It's gonna take a lot longer to get you up out of there, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say they open up these camps, right, that are privately owned. They're not prisons, they're camps for migrants.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna want to eat, going to work, send money home, do certain things, right? So, don't you think maybe they might want to work for lower wage, right?
Yeah.
While they wait to be deported, right? I think what's happening is they're building these camps, right? They're gonna fill it up with as many brown people as possible. Some have legal status, illegal status.
And like, even if your claim is good, your papers could get missing
have to-
somewhere
you
in
have-
the ether.
Even if your papers don't get missing, by the time you get to court,
Yeah.
you done spent like 6 months. Somebody probably done you.
Um,
Yeah.
Can we beep that out?
No, we're not beeping shit. That's what's happening. So the reason why I'm saying these camps are prisons. You have predators in there too.
Fair.
A lot of them say we're deporting gang members. Yes, there's gang members and violent people in those camps. They're going to eat. They're going to do what they do.
And mentally too.
And you're
It's
going to be
breaking you
there.
down.
You're going to be there waiting to get deported. Eventually, you're going to give up.
Yes.
Either deport me now or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do eventually is, one, deport a bunch of people, get them out. But I think the majority of what's actually going to happen is they're going to use these camps, right? These people in the camps as workers. You could work here, make a little bit of money, send it home, right? They're going to structure it properly. And then the ones that are free, once it becomes apparent this is what they're doing, they're going to try to run. And how are you going to get out of there? Through Mexico. Guess what? The wall is built.
The wall's built.
This is just me. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. Probably crazy.
We'll find out in the next
find out.
episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Right. But that's just my little spiel on that. I forget why I went into that little rant.
No,
I
we're
forget the question you
we're
asked.
talking about them creating divisions between
Right.
Yeah.
Those divisions are
people in the West, Black Americans, and obviously brown people in
Right.
the West, and then Black people here on the continent.
Did you realize that last year and the year before there was an uptick in commercials about come to Canada to study for free?
Yes,
Come
online.
to Canada
Yes,
to
yes.
study?
Yeah,
come
to
here to study?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
always North America to study.
To study, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Study abroad, study abroad, study abroad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those recently.
Oh no, they're still there.
Are you still there?
Yeah, the Canada ones especially.
Oh, really?
Come to Canada.
Come to Canada?
Do you want to learn sports management? And did it
Right,
come to Canada?
right.
Like, okay. Why?
I think this is their way of speeding up that brain drain.
Yeah, because okay, now we're looking at the trajectory is going in. Black people want to move to Africa too bad.
Right.
No, this is kind of scary.
This is not good for us
This is
because
not good.
this is the foundation. Black people, the buying power. They are consumers.
Yes.
If Black people left Europe and America, their economies wouldn't last a day. They consume everything. We don't produce
Lopsided
shit.
yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? You think they want us out? No. They definitely don't want us coming to Ghana or Africa because we're going to bring all that knowledge and money here and build.
Build infrastructure.
And we have all the resources. So we have all the minerals. Now we have the human resources. They actually know-how, the technical know-how and the skill to actually implement this thing and make it into something.
And the thing is,
Come on,
I
I'm not
even
gonna sit down for that.
it just occurred to me. You see how, okay, so let's say you're an American citizen, right? A Black American citizen who was maybe naturalized or born there or whatever the case.
Right.
Whatever the words are.
Right.
Semantics. So you come to Africa.
Right.
But then you still might need some resources from the West.
Right.
And then now they're taking away your ability to do that. Now the 5 years is 3 months.
Right.
Even if you're a student.
Right.
You still have to pay to go back to do your degree
Right.
after every 3 months. So it's look.
Unless, see, that's for everyone. But mind you, when you're there,
Yeah.
there's always exceptions to the rule.
Fair.
Oh, we'll just write to the immigration, tell them how great of a student you are, and just give you an extension. Even though it's only 3 months, we'll give you an extension for 10 years, 5 years. Or you could just work for this entity or this government body, and you could just stay longer. You dig what I'm saying to you? Oh, you don't have a degree or anything? No problem. Stay in this camp.
Yeah, it's
For
like
migrants.
It's like they slide over the deal to you, and they're like,
right. You know, and what's going to happen? Those migrants are going to probably stay there and work in those camps, right? Maybe making license plates, just like in prison, uniforms and for cheap labor, waiting to leave, right? So they can have some money. They'll probably take that option. The students that left, right? The brains that went there, yes, now they got a special extension, but it's conditional upon maybe joining the military, right? Or maybe working for some government organization and they use your brain power to get whatever they need done. This is, I mean, to me, I could be crazy though.
we could be chatting
Right.
absolute.
We could just be nonsense,
We
right?
could be waffling this whole, like
waffling.
just waffling, man.
So that's just like how I see what's going on.
Yeah. So, okay. So now all of that's the case.
Right.
And now coming back home, right?
Right.
What do you think are the solutions for what's going on here? This Nigeria-Ghana situation.
I think everybody needs to get their panties out of a bunch.
Okay.
I
'Cause
feel
it's
like
scary.
I feel like they're trying to foment something. I don't know what it is, but it smells.
It's really fishy.
It ranks.
Where does this guy come from?
No, it's not about where he comes. He's been here. He's been here for 12 years.
No, like when did he, because the more I look at the story, and guys, look, I don't claim to be the smartest man in the universe. I've had conversations online with some pretty amazing people who've been on the other side of the conversation, right? And when I explain to them, like, look, this man's been here for 12 years. You can't go and find, I've scattered across I don't sleep. I barely sleep right now. Like, it's like I've scattered across the universe and tried to look for anything illegal he's done, right?
But no one's saying he's done anything illegal.
So I can't find it. So why?
And if you notice, not a single powerful person has said anything about this.
No one's saying anything. Obviously, except Sam George, who's come out, obviously. But there's reasons.
Right.
There's
but
reasons
even then,
for
he
it.
didn't really speak on the man. He just spoke on the land.
The land.
Right.
So it's like, what my last words on this are going to be, I really hope people aren't distracted by all the noise. I know they are. But then if this message gets to anybody, please don't get distracted by all the noise and don't let your response be hate or indifference or, because this has been bubbling up for a while now. This Nigeria-Ghana hate thing.
I think the people behind it.
And he's the scapegoat.
I think this is what happened. I think they needed a way to cause division in West Africa.
Yes.
And they looked at the two powerful countries that in West Africa that can really change what's going on.
Like the countries that are pulling.
For instance, look at what's going on in Niger, Mali, and Burkina, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Ghana's in a very powerful position because Ghana could provide access to the sea. Togo can provide access to the sea.
Okay.
Ivory Coast can provide access to the sea. Togo's going through what they're going through right now.
What are they going through?
Oh, you don't know?
Please educate me.
Well, apparently there was a coup.
Okay.
And Togo is in turmoil. Well, no, it's not a coup. Let me. Sometimes I get mentally lazy. I'm old, right? So basically, the president that's there, basically they had a silent meeting without the Togolese people,
The nation,
knowing, and he basically has declared himself king forever, or president forever, whatever you want to call it.
Wow.
Just like his dad, right? And the Togo people aren't having it. They're like, wait a minute, we didn't want this. You know what I'm saying? Where did this come from?
Yeah.
So then the people took to the streets, and the government is trying to suppress, the people with violence.
So there's turmoil happening next door.
There's turmoil happening next door.
Cool.
What happened with Ivory Coast? Did something just happen with Ivory Coast?
I'm not sure. Should we Google it?
Seth, what's going on with Ivory Coast? We'll get back to Ivory Coast.
Yeah, okay.
Now, what Traore's doing, right? He needs access to the ocean, shipping for materials. Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast. We're the most sensible partners, right?
Yeah.
If what we're seeing is true on Traore's side, we should have been expecting this. I know I was. You dig what I'm saying to you?
No.
I'm like, there's going to be turmoil in West Africa.
No.
Now, I didn't know how it was going to go down, but clearly it's going down.
It's going going down.
Right. And the two giants in West Africa, Nigeria and Ghana. Yeah. And now Burkina. But it's Sahel, but it's still like, it needs the West. So let's just say.
But when I say like giants, obviously Ghana and Nigeria have, and it's a branding thing, right? Ghana and Nigeria have branded themselves as.
It's not even branding. Let me tell you. The resources.
Yeah.
The resources make you a giant.
Fair. Okay. The gold and
the gold, the oil, the rare earth. We have a lot of this stuff they need. The stuff they need to make the computer chips, talum and all that. We have all that. That's what makes us giants.
Yeah.
Right? If Traore is able to do what they say he's doing and succeeds, it's natural, right, for us to partner with them. And what I see is Traore's building up his military, and it makes sense because as a nation, your true power is your military.
Because like the U.S. don't spend billions on their military
for no reason.
Yeah.
They don't have as much resources as we do, but they have access to it because of their military. You dig what I'm saying to you? So Traore's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And you ever read The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli?
I've seen the.
Okay, read it. Stop looking at the book. Read it. It's a small book.
You told me about it. Yeah.
Just tell him.
Thank you.
Well, you don't want your voice to come in? You think we're here by ourselves?
Okay, so just get like, give me like the point.
Give me just what happened. What's going on in Ivory Coast?
Opposition figures banned from October presidential vote.
They've been banned?
Yeah, banned, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So key political people in the country have been banned from voting in their
October.
next election.
Yeah.
Election.
In October.
So
by who?
Wait. So let's just tell them. Wait, hold the time out. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, okay.
So what he just said, just so the people can hear it.
So key political figures in the country, Ivory Coast, have been banned from voting in their next election in October.
What source is that? Where are you getting that from?
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera? Okay.
Shout out to Al Jazeera.
So that could be a pretext for something
else.
It's not by chance, y'all.
Another fire.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If there's plenty of fires in West Africa.
It's like everyone's trying to distracted.
Typically the West, this is how they take resources. Chaos ensues. The people are running around. They don't know what's going on. There's no steady government.
No.
And all these major corporations come down with paramilitary, with contracts, and take the resources.
Before you even get there, it's always one of those things where in every country, right? Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Togo.
Right.
What's the thing we see in common? They always make sure someone that looks like us is the enemy. So now we're fighting ourselves.
That's not just them. That's everywhere in the whole world.
Okay.
You think if we constantly saw white people killing us, we wouldn't react? You dig what I'm saying? No. We wouldn't really know who our true enemy is.
This also happened after Ivory Coast expel French troops.
Right.
Yeah. And for those of you that didn't hear what Seth just said, this all came after the government expelled French troops from their nation.
Right.
And now, well, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear them. But yeah, so yeah, you were saying, sorry.
I forget, you cut me off.
Oh no, he cut you off.
Yeah, he did cut me off.
He cut you off.
That shit.
You see the... It's right.
But Machiavelli, man, go look up, read The Prince, y'all.
Yeah, The Prince, yeah.
So listen, in The Prince, it talks about, there's a book written for, I think the Florentine, I can't remember, Florentine, I don't know if it's the same thing, but it was for the new king in Florence. Machiavelli was an advisor to the previous administration. The administration left. He wrote a book, and the book was to teach the new prince, right, how to rule his empire. So he created this book called The Prince, right? And one of the things in this book, and this book is pretty important too, because I believe I heard somewhere that almost every American politician reads this book.
Okay.
Like, it's just like one of those books. You go to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, they read this book. And a prince's, which is a ruler's, number one concern when it comes into power, right, should be war. because war is the only thing that could destroy what he is building. So for Traore to be focused on building his military makes too much sense. Naturally, what could happen is this. And I had other videos where, I stated that we need to align with the AES.
Okay.
And the reason why I stated that was this. Burkina is going to build up its power militarily.
Yeah.
And as a nation, it needs to survive. Whether through agreements or pressure. Right? We are directly below them.
Yeah.
I don't know how Ghana's military looks.
Yep. Let's not get.
We're not going to get to that. I don't know. But I know we don't have Russia and some of the other world powers sending us weapons either.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying to you? So I knew if we didn't align with them, that means we're not with them. That means we are a potential enemy. And I think before this administration came in, I think Traore or the AES stated that 2 nations that they would not do business with or align with is Ghana and Ivory Coast, because we were too entrenched
with
Europe.
With the Western powers.
So now I'm pretty happy to see that things seem like it's changing. I use the word seem
like
because I don't know. I'm not there.
Don't want to get too excited.
Right. You see, and I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I know that the presidents do not have autonomous power. So that means the powerful elites that are behind the scenes clearly want this thing to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what their agenda is. I don't. That brings us to Traore.
Yes.
Right. But before we go there, did you have any other questions? 'Cause I don't think I answered your question.
You did.
I did. I answered your question.
Yeah.
What was the question?
I was talking about why it's always somebody that looks at like us that is put in place as our enemy, and then you went on. Yeah.
Right. So basically, what I think is happening is Nigeria and Ghana. In this region, I think it's fair to say that we are the most influential.
Yeah.
Power can be, looked at
Different ways.
in different ways that I couldn't really assess, But I think it's fair to say we're pretty influential. Like most people when they come into West Africa, it's either Ghana or
There's
Nigeria.
a pull we have.
There's a pull we have for that, right? And that is dangerous for the West. Because now you have military juntas in power.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do a coup. You dig what I'm saying to you?
Thoughts out.
A lot of times, coups in West Africa or Africa in general are facilitated by people in the West or in foreign nations
For their own personal gain.
for their own personal gain.
Like Libya,
Right.
Wales. Yeah.
And there's a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my
Friend.
So we know the factions that are warring right now in the world, right? It might benefit someone to befriend my enemy's enemy.
Yeah.
And in befriending this enemy, right, which let's say would be
Yeah. Who's the
Niger,
Yeah.
Mali, right, and Burkina.
Yeah.
I mean, to produce so much uranium, right, for nuclear power
You go power,
in Europe. And that's why I think Europe is looking at an energy crisis. Now, Ukraine, right, the Ukrainian war is going on, right, and it's between NATO, Ukraine, and Russia.
Yeah.
NATO nations are predominantly European, or should I say exclusively European and American, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm fighting NATO, one of the best things to do in a war is to cut your energy, your enemy's energy.
Energy supply off.
Right. What do? I find the supplier and make them a deal they can't refuse. So Traore coming into power makes sense.
Okay.
Mali, Niger, makes sense. I'm just saying, this is just my little thoughts.
Just you
Just
playing devil's advocate.
right. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Now, for them to succeed in what they're doing, they will need Ghana, Nigeria, because we are the power players around,
Yeah.
right?
And you did answer my question. I do
Okay.
remember why we led into that. Because
Okay.
like if
See, you're gonna throw me off again.
Okay, yeah, because
You're gonna throw me off again.
but you did answer
I'm
my
old.
question. You did answer my question.
So, being that you want Niger, Mali, and Burkina to succeed, right? If we're playing chess, NATO and the European powers, the European and American powers go, oh, we see what you're doing. Oh, okay, we're gonna throw a monkey wrench in this plan because they're gonna need Ghana for whatever they need Ghana for. They're gonna need Ivory Coast.
Nigeria.
They're gonna need Nigeria for something.
And Togo.
And Togo.
Yeah.
So how about this? Let's cause mayhem. Let's see if we can destabilize something here.
Yeah.
Now you've destabilized certain things. So whatever agreements, because Togo had an agreement with Burkina to give it access to water.
Okay, so that's
They
something
did.
That's
They had an
already-
agreement
okay,
before.
okay, cool,
If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
They already had an agreement.
I'll go read about. Yeah.
They already had,
cool.
now the power structures. What's going on?
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Now
Yeah.
it's all-
Bassa.
Hey, basa.
Yeah, bassa.
Huh?
Yeah.
If we were playing chess and I was Europe
You've
or
taken,
NATO,
you've taken a pawn off the board.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd make sure that the people that you would depend on for your survival, right, change. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So I think that's why what's going on in the West is in West Africa is happening now. However, if we wanted things to be good here, right, the diasporas need to come home. That connection needs to happen.
Yeah.
That connection, and that's just the only solution I see.
And I think on the continent as well, we need to work on our cooperation and try and cure the self-hate. We need a lot of therapy and a lot of like a therapy, education, and we need to change our mentality towards each other and we can grow. I think that's both things. So
Right.
obviously, because if we can't accept ourselves and we're the closest thing to each other,
Right.
like my Nigerian brother is the closest thing to me, my Togolese brother is the closest thing to me, and we can't see eye to eye.
Right.
People coming in from the West is gonna be.
But I feel like
COVID-19.
we can't see eye to eye, not because we naturally can't see eye to eye. I feel like it's orchestrated. Because think about it, when you meet a Nigerian, do you naturally beef with them?
No.
When you meet a Togolese, do you beef with them?
No.
We don't typically beef with someone that looks like us.
And even if I'm beefing you, I'm not beefing you because you are Nigerian
Right.
or because you are Gan or because
Right.
you are
It's
Togolese.
on a personal level.
Because you did a stupid
Whatever.
thing and you did something I don't like and I'm putting boundaries in place. It's
Right.
not because you're Nigerian.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So when we see like hate or discord
Yeah.
on a mass scale like this, I always feel
Something
that it's
is-
orchestrated.
Something's like I've never
Look,
felt like
think about
this.
it. We never come together to work together, but we
Yeah.
come together to hate each
Hate
other.
each other. Yeah, I've never felt like this before. Like everyone I've spoken to, I'm like I'm scared, and I know a lot of Ghanaians can be silent about this and think hating is cool and it's fun to just join the bandwagon and hate. It's always fun until it gets close to home. And I mentioned the South Africa situation. I was
Right.
there. Like the lady, because I was Ghanaian, she got up and left. She said she wouldn't serve us at the airport.
Wow.
Like someone else had to come in and apologize and she said she's not serving us. So it's always fun and games to hate and be on the bandwagon.
Right.
My friend's cousin got shot in South Africa.
Right.
Because he's Ghanaian.
Wow.
Because they were like, oh, you Ghanaians are coming in too much, you Nigerians are coming in too much, and a Ghanaian was on the end of, so it's like, it's always fun to jump on the bandwagon and hate, but if we could just take a second and think about the fact that, because in all my years of living, I've never felt this way.
How do you feel?
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
It's like, obviously I'm not, like I'm Ghanaian.
Be real.
I'm Ghanaian, right? And I'm scared that my people have this much capacity for hate.
You didn't know?
It's not that I didn't know, but it's like, it's always masked by this, oh, Ghana is the friendliest country
Right.
on the continent. And it's scaring me to see it to this.
Point. The reason why I'm asking you didn't know is because it's human nature.
Okay.
Just look at the rest of the wars that happened in Africa. The Hutus and the Tutsis and, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, people have a high capacity to hate and, they be motivated by whatever, whatever's going on. It can easily be. The thing is this, you made a statement earlier. And one thing I would tell you is we need government,
Yeah.
right? In life, in nature, something is always going to govern. There's always going to be a hierarchy, right? We all cannot have a say.
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Flies, right?
I don't know.
Have you read that book?
No, I haven't read that.
A book
A book you read, I haven't read.
So it's like these kids get stranded on an island, right? And then they have to kind of find a way to, build a power structure to see who makes decisions, and then it just becomes chaos. And then they're trying to...
Right.
Yeah.
And order typically comes out of chaos.
Oh, of chaos.
Like peace comes out of war.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we say, oh, how can Africa be better? This, and that. There has to be war.
Yeah.
Period. That's a natural law. For there to be land, there has to be an eruption.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for people to be like, oh, it's never gonna happen through peace.
Yeah. And he's not saying this because I know people that have seen
I don't want war.
He doesn't want war. But if you go back, those who don't know history are like bound to be,
repeat it.
Like repeat it, and even it does repeat itself, like because it's a cycle, right? Back like years ago in Europe, people fought each other for land, for resources.
Europe was formed with each other
every other day.
Us.
Yeah, like people in Sweden, the Nordic people,
the Vikings.
Vikings, like it was war on every front, right? But then they found a way to grow past that. United, and not necessarily united, but they still bicker with each other for resources and all that other stuff. But then it's like they found a way to find another enemy
to unite around. And I don't think Africa has found that yet. And I think we found the enemy. We found the enemy, but the fact of the matter is the enemy knows, or the enemy controls a lot of things. I don't want to say like this. The enemy controls our thinking because the enemy controls our leadership.
Yeah.
Like I said, we are all not leaders. We all aren't chiefs. There has to be some Indians. You feel me? Yeah. Someone has to lead.
Someone has to lead them.
And the fact of the matter is, they knew they couldn't lead by being in the front. They had to lead through technocrats. This is why I gave the spiel about technocrats in the beginning. Yeah. They rule through technocrats. Yeah. So the decisions that are being made with these leaders, right? Those decisions are being made by the elites that are not us.
The background.
Right. They're not us. Their interest is not that we grow.
Yeah.
And this is where you cut me off. Just the thought process going on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. We go back.
The reason why, right? When someone comes into power and we feel like, oh, they changed, right? Is they don't change. It was always the agenda. So now we think that, oh, they changed, they're the problem, and it takes the idea of someone else controlling them out the picture. Yeah. We're so distracted by what they said they were going to do and that they didn't do, and it's them and it's them. We forget that. We forget that they don't control shit.
Yeah. And when you say it was always the agenda, he's not talking about. I don't think you're talking about the politicians themselves. You mean the agenda in the background,
right? By the elites.
By the elites. Yes,
they're like, yo, if these niggas get streets, roads, power.
They don't want to come
24-hour power.
Electricity,
they're not going to want to leave their country. They're going to want to build their country. They're going to create businesses that would compete with us. In fact, they might want to start drilling their own oil.
And not give us some.
And not give us any. They might start digging up their own minerals. You dig what I'm saying to you? They might actually get to school, be able to study, learn about our bullshit, and then they might turn around and destroy us.
Yes.
This is why our roads are bad.
Yeah.
This is why nothing is getting done.
Yeah.
It's not the president's fault.
Because, let's say I'm a president. I came with all the best intentions. History has shown us they'll either take you out. Nowadays, and like you said, it's cool to now lead from the back because obviously social media won't let you do it in front because you can't come across as racist. You can't come across as
Oh, you could. They'll just shadow ban you.
You can't, I'm guessing you can, but then, it's not something they can do as openly
Right.
anymore. Like
Right.
in the past, it was like I'm racist.
Right.
I'm a Nazi, and I don't like black people. I don't like a certain race of
Right.
people. Cool. But then now it's like they do in the back. Because like let's say I'm a president, I have all the best ideas in the world.
Right. And those are idealistic.
hear it.
Like those
Idealistic
like,
people.
And then you join certain groups.
Then they bring you,
You become part of certain
the elite.
fraternities.
Yes. And then they call you into a room. They say, "Hey, brother man, sit down.
Sit down.
Look,
You
young
have
man,
these great ideas.
but like stop."
But listen, there's some powers beyond you that have these things in place. And if you do the things you say you want to do, you will disrupt the process.
Yeah.
So you have one of two options. You could either tone down the rhetoric, right? Or you could join us.
Yeah.
Let's bring you to this table.
Yeah.
And in this table, you can't do what you said you wanted to do.
If you don't join this table,
If you don't join this table, we are not responsible
for what happens
for
next.
anything that happens to you. I think this is the conversation that happens. So that change that we see, that is what I believe causes it. Yeah. So once again, what do we do?
Yeah.
I think everyone needs to come home. Yeah. We need to realize that this is home. Yeah. Everyone won't come home.
Yes.
But
some of us can't come.
Some of us can't come home. You dig what I'm saying to you? So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be war everywhere. And I think there's going to be war everywhere because at some level with these elites, there's a changing of the guard. Remember, the generations that set a lot of these things up are dead.
Yes.
A lot of them are dead. So a lot of the ideas live on through their kids, but the kids might not be able to execute them as efficiently. Yeah. And then some of them might have different ideas. Like, Dad, family group, why are we limiting these people to these borders when we could get money from all of them?
Yeah. They might go bigger.
They're going to do it bigger. Yeah, let's give them electricity. But let's control the grid.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying to you?
And when they mess up, we just turn off the lights.
Exactly. They could be thinking bigger.
Yeah.
So a lot of these wars and things that are happening, right? Don't be fooled to think that this is what you're seeing on TV, what they're reporting is what it is. It's not.
Yeah. And if you really think, and those of you that, if you've watched a movie before, like art imitates real life. These people aren't joking. Like all these things they show you in the movies, they really do happen.
Like I know Spider-Man.
Yo, but like obviously he's been like KP's been in the room with certain people. I've been in the room with certain people. I've seen certain situations where the news is telling you one thing.
Right.
But the reality, you're sitting, like I'm sitting in the room. I can see this is black and white.
Listen, I've been the center of that.
The news is telling you.
The news is saying one thing, but I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's not what happened. No. But at the end of the day, I felt like when those things happened, it was just, see, life prepares us differently. You know what I'm saying? Life prepares us differently. So I felt this is my job to deliver this information. Yeah. Now, I couldn't deliver this information effectively if I'm just reading it. Yeah. I had to experience it.
Yes.
Personally.
No. Same here.
So when I deliver it to you, the reason why you're probably listening is because you can sense the sincerity in what I'm saying to you. I'm not making this up.
Because like a lot of the stuff we're talking about, you go Google it, you could read a book.
You could have some common sense.
You could read a book. But
here's one.
Yeah.
Ghana's independence.
Stop.
Do you want to hear about it?
Okay.
That'll be a different show. Let us know if you want to hear about that.
Thank you guys for listening. It's been Roots and Routes. And yeah, please, we'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings on the matter. So as usual, leave your comments down below. It's been Michelangelo.
And I always tell you, be nice.
Yeah, be nice. I mean, those last comments were...
Listen, if you're going to leave a comment...
But yeah,
What'd they say? I'm curious. Which ones?
I mean, some people are calling us ignorant when it's like, okay, all I'm saying is don't hate, don't be violent, don't hate. Look, I'm not one to ever try to force people to think a certain way. I'm just saying, if this situation isn't fishy to you, then I don't know, man.
Then you're dumb.
Again, thank you guys for watching, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. So leave them down below. It's been Michelangelo, Roots and Routes. KP, what we saying?
Peace.
All right, guys.